Welcome to Two Hotties and a Naughty, a podcast about life's little victories, hotties, and constant disappointments, naughties. Here are your hosts, Michael Beck, Hicks, and Dwight Slappe.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Two Hotties and a Naughty. I'm Hicks.
I'm Dwight Slappe.
And I'm Michael Beck.
Guys, we got a momentous occasion coming up. Well, by the time this airs, it'll be a day in the past, but I want to let you all know about a very special day that's near and dear to my heart, and that is my grandma's birthday. That's right, my grandma, a.k.a. Ma'am. Ma'am is what we call her because when I was a little kid, I was a huge fan of the hit show Webster starring Emmanuel Lewis. And if you're not familiar, Emmanuel Lewis was an adopted child by wealthy, rich white people. And he called the woman ma'am instead of mom. And when I was growing up, I was taken in by my grandparents at the age of 3. And I could relate a lot with Webster. And I called my grandma ma'am. They took me in and raised me, not quite in a mansion, in a trailer. But you know what? That trailer had a lot of love in it. And we called it a mobile home. Thank you very much. We really put the pizzazz on it.
No mobile house for Slice's family.
That's right. This is not a mobile house. This is a mobile home, damn it. We sit at the dinner table. We talk about our days, and that's right. So I love you, ma'am. And
he had a pet rat named Willis.
Wait a minute. No, thank you, ma'am. I hope you had a great 84th. She always told me a woman never tells her age, but I'm telling it for you. Happy 84. I love you very much. And that's going to kick things off for my hottie topic, guys. What's your hottiest memory with a grandparent? Me, back in, I don't know what year this was, probably 93 or 94. I was getting ready to, 94 or 95. Getting ready to go from 8th grade into high school. Went on a crazy beach trip with my grandma, ma'am, and my mom, and my brother, David. David's 3 years younger than me. And we wilded out down at Dirty Myrtle. We went down there. As we got there, we stayed because my grandma's real name is Patricia. Patricia Lou, as a matter of fact. I'm telling all her secrets out here for her birthday. It's not short for Louise. Her middle name is just Lou. Patricia Lou. And we got a hotel. It's called the Patricia Grand, still there in function, operational. And this is probably the fanciest hotel that I've ever stayed in my life at this point in my life, which if you look it up now, that could tell you a lot of things. So when we first got there, we went down to the beer/liquor store, like you do when you get down there on your beach trip. You got to stock up. And I convinced ma'am, hey, ma'am, can I get some of these Busch NAs over here to take back to the hotel? She agreed to it. NA stands for non-alcoholic, so she's a very responsible grandma, just to let you know. But so I'm carrying all the stuff. We got the real stuff. We've got the whiskey. We've got the regular beer and wine, and we've got my Busch NA. And as you know, at the store, they won't let a kid carry that stuff. But when we get back to the Patricia Grand, all bets are off. So here I am, hauling our cargo, our plentiful bounty from the liquor store, and I think I'm hot shit. So I get into the elevator at the hotel with some college-age kids, and they're like, they're hyping me up. They're like, oh, yeah, because I get out before ma'am and my mom and anybody's there, so it's just me, this lone 14-year-old, carrying all this alcohol up on an elevator. I had a pair of Oakleys on. No, they were not even Oakleys. They were Panama Jack sunglasses that look like the modern day pit vipers, and a long undercut, like bowl cut. And I'm standing there with my, and one shorts on in the elevator as all these college age kids start hyping me up. Clearly the Busch NA's right there in the front.
And you said, oh, wife kicked me out again.
Exactly. God. Looks like another weekend at the Patricia Grand. Am I right, fellas? You all get bored, come up to 712 later. We can run it. So go up to the room, and then now we're getting settled in, and then I'm like, you know what? It's time to jump in that pool, man. We've been in this car for all 8 hours or however long to get there from Ohio down to Myrtle Beach, and so my brother and I, we just jump in the pool, like underwear and all, just being like a couple of dirty Scioto County kids do. And then we get in there. After we're done swimming, we go back up, and we I don't know what floor. We probably were on the 7th floor. But regardless, we go in there, we start drying off, take our wet clothes, and we're going to hang them out over the balcony like you do. And I forget that I've put my underwear in my towel that I was drying off with. So I go out there and I fling the towel just to like unfurl it and hang it over the edge. And I launch my underwear over the edge of the balcony, and it drifts, it's caught in the wind, and it's floating down. And they had this little glass canopy room that goes off over towards like where the hot tub and everything. I was holding my breath because I really thought my dirty underwear was about to land in the hot tub that was currently populated by people. So 14-year-old kids' dirty undies is about to fly in the middle. I'm watching in horror as it sails down, controlled by the wind. But no, merciful. Well, at the time it thought it was merciful. I thought it was merciful, but it landed on the glass room right on top and flayed out. I was a very husky young 14-year-old man, a young child. So these were some large undies.
This is so much
splatted.
worse. This is so
much worse. So then I started to look down, and every time I'd see someone come out, they would see the shadow of my underwear draped over them and look up and then point and start laughing and telling their family or friends behind them to stare at my underwear up there. So I just went inside and hid. And later on, I went down there while it was still there, and I like pretended to be like, "Oh my God, can you believe this? Whose underwear is this? What a loser!" Just to have the alibi. But we had a great time.
You were a
that trip.
gross teenage boy. They could not have been pristine underwear, let's say.
No, God. My hygiene was not on point. It was, 14-year-old boy. This was after an 8.5-hour car ride. This was not good times, man.
You were helped by there being already 8 other pair of underwear on this glass ceiling because it's Myrtle Beach.
Yes.
So.
There were numerous things up there that were much more soiled than my underwear.
Well, I mean, Beck and I are going to be in Myrtle in a couple of weeks. Maybe we should make a pilgrimage to the Grand Patrician.
You should. The Patricia Grand. See if they're still up there. Legend has it they're still up there till this day.
Legend has it.
It's kind of like whenever, people go to Paris and put those locks on the little fence there, and then people throw their underwear out there. I set a trend.
Yeah,
just like that.
So it sounds to me like Dwight and I are going to Myrtle Beach to fight a Frenchman over underwear.
Make sure to pack your Bush NA.
It's just Nag's Head all over again.
Beck and I, 3 gummies deep, asking to see everybody's passports, talking about our friends' underwear, being asked to leave this Hard Rock cafe.
Gotta hit up the Dolly's Dixie Stampede just like we did back in 94, 95.
I'll take my business to a third calabash. Thank you very much.
Oh, calabash. What about you, Dwight? What's your hottiest grandparent memory?
Well, it would definitely be with my mom's mom. My dad's side of the family, I'm sure, loved me in their way. But they are a group of broken people who don't know how to show affection or communicate in any meaningful way. So my mom's mother, also named Patricia, weird.
Nice. Solid.
Boo. I don't know. Why.
Beck, do you want to rename my grandmother?
I demand it.
Go ahead. Is it Coco 2? My grandmother, Coco 2.
There it is.
She was, for a while, our default babysitter, my brother and I. And that did not stop my grandmother from living her jet set lifestyle, because many of those evenings were spent at the bingo hall. Me, my brother,
Yes.
running around without any real supervision as 24 old people had their heads down on a table, chain smoking, and getting angry at little cards. You couldn't touch the good bingo daubers. Is everybody familiar with what a bingo dauber is?
Oh,
Of
you
course.
can't mess with the juju. That's right.
Now, it's a very special marker to where if you hit the number of the bingo card, you hit it with the dauber. And this was out of a movie. I mean, there were people with their good luck charms set in a very particular way. My grandmother didn't have a lot of good luck charms, but she was she would play like a dozen cards at a time. And looking back, this is where all of her attention span went, because in any other situation, she could not describe what was happening at any given moment. But she had those cards locked down.
Oh, yeah.
And that I have a weird memory of that. The concession stand at the bingo parlor in Marmet, West Virginia, glorious exotic Marmet, where I had a fried chicken sandwich for the very first time. I was like 5. It seems so crazy. It's like I eat hamburgers and I eat peanut butter and jelly and occasionally a ham sandwich, but those are the only things you put on bread. Now you're telling me there's chicken on bread? Okay,
Whoa.
I'm listening. And that began my lifelong love of chicken sandwiches.
Yes. It's almost like you combined chicken nuggets and hamburgers and just made them a chicken nugget hamburger.
I assume they were invented in Marmet. I've never done any research afterwards, but I think I had the first chicken sandwich.
Checks out. Also, could a bingo dauber be a more tantalizing item to a child? Like it's it's like a paint crayon on steroids. Like you just want to grab it and smear it all over the place. Oh, but no, you can't touch it. That's right. Oh,
so much stuff in my room growing up. Like I had stuffed animal. I still have the very first stuffed animal that I ever was given as a child, and it's a dog with floppy ears. But if you raise that dog's ears up, they're like 6 bingo daubs, like on the inside of the ear on each ear, because you couldn't stop me. Once I got a hold of that dauber, it was fucking on.
Hell yes. And you're really right. Like, there's people that you're like, yeah, they're really not present. How could they keep up with this? But when those bingo cards are set in front of them, they will set multiple sheets and they'll be able to keep track of everything locked in to a level that's just phenomenal. Beck, do you have any bingo hall stories?
Bingo hall stories? Well, I grew up as a Catholic in the Midwest, so bingo like supported my family's lifestyle. No, my primary connection with bingo was so I went to Catholic school, Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception in Dayton, Ohio, and they had bingo every, I think, Thursday night in our elementary school's cafeteria, and every Friday it smelled like cigarettes in the whole building. So that was that was fun, and I'm sure healthy, and most importantly, lucrative.
That's right. What about grandparent stories, though? You got any good grandparent stories too?
Oh, grandparents. Yes, I do have a number of wonderful memories of my grandfather. He is dead, as are all of my grandparents.
Boo!
Boo!
I just thought.
Boo on them for dying. That was really selfish.
He was ready to go. He had a great run. No, he had a great run, and the story. It's not really even much of a story. It's just sort of a memory of my grandfather when I was a little boy would take me to feed the ducks at the pond at the DeWine family's farm in Southwest Ohio, and we went a number of times to feed the ducks. This is not just like a one-time thing. my grandfather had 6 children, and he had many grandchildren, and he liked kids and was good at dealing with them. And mostly, you just kind of went with my grandfather on the errands he ran during the day. And I wonder if my grandfather didn't like to himself feed the ducks because it got him out of the house with his wife. So.
So you have fewer great memories with your grandmother then?
Oh no, I have good memories of my grandmother too, but really when I was
She
a
was a
little
duck, right?
kid,
She was a duck?
um a beautiful swan, obviously. It was yeah, no, no, but both of my grandparents were terrific. And these are my mom's parents. My dad's parents, my dad's father died in like 1960 or 1961, and my grandmother, my dad's mom, died in like 85 or 86. So I was, I only sort of have a couple of memories of her.
Yeah, all mine are gone now too. So I think we need to have a formal ceremony where Ma'am adopts Beck and I.
You got it. She will gladly do that. You got to come over and hang out with her, though, because,
Okay.
when I'm at work, she gets lonely. So you guys come on over, hang out with Ma'am. She watches a lot of Midas Touch on YouTube and other things that if you're not familiar with Midas Touch, it's a very like anti-right wing, anti-Trump YouTube series. So she's got to get her
Okay.
fix in. So, and some AI generated. Old people love the AI generated stuff, and I got to come home and fact
They
check
do.
that. Yeah,
They love it.
they know how to, the algo really sucks them down in there. And that's the other thing. I love you, ma'am. You're wonderful. But she gets on like mine and Autumn's YouTube accounts sometimes, and then she'll watch these videos, and I'll be like, "What the hell is this?" I go on there, it's like old men over 70 should not masturbate. I'm like, "What are you watching, ma'am? What is this?"
No, they should save that delicious seed. Never mind. Sorry.
Oh God. Anyways, on to the next. Happy birthday, man.
Well,
Love you.
Welcome back, friends. As we've mentioned a couple of times, we're all about to go on vacation to the sandy shores of South Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Palmetto
And
State.
that's right. God, can we stop talking about trees for one fucking episode?
I love them.
You
love
love
'em.
trees.
They're my thing.
God damn. And we're going to the beach. I mean, the tree is the last thing we need to be. Okay. So I don't get to go to the beach where there's sand and I guess trees as much as I would like to. So my brain's really been swimming with thoughts of hopping in the ocean, hopping in that pool, doing all the fun things you do at the beach. And it got me thinking, what is the hottiest sea creature? And you can interpret this any way you like. Which one would you like to be? Which one would you like to eat? Which one would you like to be friends with? I would sort of right down the middle, and I think the hottiest sea creature is the majestic sea turtle.
Yes.
The beautiful,
solid.
carefree sea turtle. It just goes about its business. It can migrate up to 10,000 miles a year. I mean, the first 10 minutes of being a sea turtle is pretty harrowing. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
like hatching, getting to the beach.
It's the
But
gauntlet. You got to earn it.
But those sea turtles don't know what my childhood was like. Also, very tough. So in my own way, I hatched and had to get past local dogs in order to finally be able to swim. Reading into sea turtles, like when they're young, but until they're like 5 years old, they have this thing called like the mystery period or the unknown period where they sort of just disappear into seaweed beds. and they do all their growing, but they're not really, you can't really observe them because they're so little and they're just trying to survive. So, I mean, I want to get in there. I want to figure out what's going on in that seaweed. There's probably a lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff those kids aren't supposed to be doing. They're probably trying some plants they're not supposed to be eating. They're probably drinking some brackish water that make you feel a little tipsy. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, when they grow up, they don't have a lot. I mean, big sharks are predators, orca, predator,
Sure.
but they'll eat anything. So, I mean, they're predators for me too. And I don't get to live in the ocean. So I'm saying sea turtle, man, and they're adorable. Absolutely adorable. Yeah, that's just my thoughts on sea turtles.
Yeah, man, sea turtles, that's a strong contender just now when I was thinking about that. And you're right. Like, what are they doing? I didn't know about that mystery period where they're up in the seaweed just chilling, or they up there like watching scrambled porn, playing Grand Theft Auto whenever, you know, they it's like waiting, listening with their ear, listening with their little turtle ears out there. Oh, mom's coming, turn it off, change the channel.
Waiting
like,
for that
you know,
split second where you see a turtle nipple. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's more mysterious because why does that turtle have a nipple?
Yeah.
Like turtles aren't supposed to have nipples.
That's true. Maybe
that's the most mysterious thing happening during this whole time period.
Maybe in the mystery period, the shell can come off. We don't know. Maybe. We don't know what goes on in there. All bets are off in the seaweed.
Why have we made the odd choice to sexualize sea turtles?
Have you seen them?
Right? Come on, man. Really, it's just the allure of the unknown. We don't know what's beneath that shell. Maybe there's a banging bot under there. We don't know. That shell's covering up all the goods. You know?
So we get it, Beck. You don't find sea turtles attractive. What do you think the hottest sea creature is?
Well, I love Sebastian the Crab from The Little Mermaid. I love this little guy. When I saw The Little Mermaid, that's who I wanted to be when I grew up, Sebastian. He had that great Caribbean accent. He gets to live in the palace. He spends all day with Afro-Cuban jazz rhythms. Like, what's not to love? What's not to love? He does get menaced by the sea witch Ursula, but Ursula is also my favorite Disney villain. So
it's a privilege for him to be menaced by Ursula.
Exactly. Yes. It's exciting for them. Yes. Yeah. And you know, Sebastian gets to know people, but he doesn't have to really be in charge of things, which is nice. And yeah, he's red. He has that protective shell. One of those would be nice. Although, is he a soft shell crab? I don't actually know.
I've always assumed he's a hard shell crab.
Yeah.
But that's just putting my own baggage on him.
Now you do have to occasionally interact with Buddy Hackett. That's
I'm out. I'm
That's
out there. Buddy Hackett was the bird, right? The bird?
The bird, yes. Yeah, and Buddy Hackett was actually a not awful, by the standards of the 50s and 60s, a not awful comedian.
We're trying a new demographic out this because the other one's not working. We tried to appeal to you youngins for way too long. Our listenership is not growing, so we figure oldos, grandparent birthdays, and Buddy Hackett, new uncharted territory.
Different strokes.
Yes, yep, exactly. Webster, you know.
I'm sorry, Webster.
Thank you. Did it right. Okay.
That was me being weirdly 80s TV racist. Me saying different strokes instead of Webster. And I apologize, and I'll try to do better moving forward.
Thank you.
Slice?
Yes. Okay. I didn't really know too much about this sea creature until recently, but I was just fascinated by the name, and that led me down a little rabbit hole, or a squid hole, so to speak, or cephalopod hole. Down deep, about 2,000 meters under the sea.
I like how we take the one clearly handsome sea creature and just and gloss right over Sebastian's rugged eroticism.
All right.
But sea turtles and squid.
I can't believe in your fantasy he's a soft shell crab.
Right.
I thought he'd be hard as a rock.
Yeah, thank you for making that clear.
So my guy's not really a squid, though. He's a cephalopod, and they call him the vampire squid. More specifically, the vampire squid from hell. That's what the name in Latin translates out to. But they call him vampire squid for short. This guy, and I'd love to share some pictures. So if you guys at home are just listening and not watching on YouTube, you're really missing out, because here comes some visual representation over here as soon as I figure out how to do this. Boom, baby, here we go. There he is. Look at this little guy. Isn't he adorable? Like, look at that.
I love him.
He
this
doesn't
is
look like he's from hell,
tremendous.
right?
Yeah.
Like, look at that. He looks like he's got a little
plus.
Yeah,
A+.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, look at him. He's got like looks like he's got a little winter beanie on, or toboggan, depending on where you live, with like little ears on him flapping around.
Yeah, those hunter caps with the flop. Yeah.
Exactly. And look at those cute little eyes and everything. And he's got these webbing between his tentacles. But don't let him fool you. Now, I do want to say this while we're talking about this and looking at this picture. So this guy, though his name is the vampire squid, he doesn't actually feed on anything living. He just floats around down there in the darkness of the deep ocean, eating, they call, I think, sea snow. It's just like this little dead plankton, other dead debris. He's just feeding off it, not hurting anybody, minding his own business, doing his own job, sustaining his life by feeding off the dirt and debris, like cleaning it up, making that water clean for his fellow sea creatures. However, when threatened, this is kind of where that vampire name comes from. His undercarriage looks like this. Do you see that? It looks like a sarlacc pit almost.
Oh, excellent.
So that's what he can do. He can turn upside down and basically turn inside out almost. So he turns inside out, so he's covered in these little spiny undercarriage, and it's like, whoa, this is not appealing. I would like to eat that little red dude I just saw a minute ago, but this, I am out. I don't want that. And in addition to that, well, normal squids, they'll shoot ink at you. This guy, no. We're down here in the deep dark, my friend. So ink, what's that going to do? It's just more deep dark. I'm going to shoot a bioluminescent mucus on you. So it's going to stick to you, and it's going to glow and really screw up everything for you and blind you as I make my getaway. That's amazing. That's some severe Mario Kart action that's very untapped. Can you imagine if you're playing Mario Kart and then it just started to like blind you? Like, yeah, okay, the squid, a little dark spot on my screen. But if you just start shooting a strobe light in my eyes, I'm like, oh, I'm going off the map on that one. Way to go, vampire squid.
Slice up.
Yeah.
Oh, look at him.
Look at that. He was even he had representation in the hit children's cartoon Octonauts. There he is, little vampire squid. So adorable.
Oh, Octonauts.
And how big are these? Are these? Yeah.
You know what? That's a great question. I don't think they're super big. I think they're probably about the size of a normal squid. I saw how deep they lived. I didn't see how big they are. Hold on. Hey, Grok, how big are... No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I use Claude. How big? No, I don't use any of them. I just type it out. I handle my own. They're about 12 inches. Maximum total length, about a foot. Little guys, 1 to 2 pounds.
I'd kick this thing's ass.
Oh, hands down.
Yeah.
But would you want to? Look at him.
Nah,
Look
he's
at that
precious.
little guy. He is.
Okay, so before I start this segment, I should say there are going to be spoilers ahead for a recent incredibly shitty movie. So, listener and Dwight and Slice, if you plan on seeing any just unbearably garbage movies this year, you should leave the show now, because I don't I don't want to spoil it for you.
See you guys next week. I'll watch plenty of filth between now and then. So yeah, have at it. Spoil away, my friend.
So this cast list for this movie: Oscar Isaac, Gerard Butler, John Malkovich, Martin goddamn Scorsese, Al Pacino, and Jason Momoa. This and I'm not exactly sure actually how you say this actor's name, but Gal Gadot, is that
I think that's right.
Gal Gadot, the woman who is Wonder Woman. Yeah, she's all set. I should have included her on the list as well. All of these people should be in my favorite movie, but instead they are in the Hand of Dante, which I recently watched, and it's been a long time since I've consumed a piece of culture that made me this angry. I was outraged. I should not have watched this whole movie, but I did. I watched all 11 hours of it. And so, boys, this segment is what is the naughtiest bit of culture that you have taken in lately. Movies, TV shows, books. Hey, we read books sometimes on the show. But my naughtiest piece of culture is In the Hand of Dante. It was just awful. It was the screenplay was stupid. The actors were doing, and I know everyone was doing their best. I'm glad everyone was getting paid. I'm glad it's a beautiful joy to be able to earn a living as an artist. All of that stuff. And I should have liked this movie. There were so many things about this movie that I should have liked. It's about looking for and I barely even remember the plot. It was so stupid, but I think they're like looking for an original copy of the Inferno written in, or maybe Paradiso, I forget, but written in Dante's own hand, which apparently doesn't exist historically, or at least according to the very accurate, I'm sure, history of the movie doesn't actually exist. And it was, oh, it just made me so angry. And Gerald Gerard Butler's character has a scene that's really, really, really dark and disturbing, and doesn't at all fit in any of the rest of the movie. And the one good thing in the movie is Gerard Butler hilariously playing a pope, who is supposed to be, I think, played for laughs, but not the way that Gerard Butler is playing it.
Is this a sequel to Greenland 2? Is it Greenland 1? You escape the global catastrophe. Greenland 2, you're looking for some place to live. Greenland 3, Gerard Butler is now Pope. Society's reformed around the church, and Gerard Butler is now the Pope.
It's better than Greenland 4.
Every time I see Gerard Butler, I'm like, wow, why can't he be Clive Owen? And then I watch a little bit of a Clive Owen movie, and I'm like, wow, I wish that was Gerard Butler. There's no solving that equation. I almost watched this the other day, Beck. I almost watched it. It was like I was ready to start it. And now I think I'm more likely to watch it now that you've given this review.
I know. I have this horrible effect where whenever I have very strong opinions, people think it's hilarious and they like to do the thing I'm trying to warn them from. But it's I mean, it's an experience. And again, clearly someone out there liked it, because I mean, it was made and distributed. But it was awful. And I don't know who this movie is supposed to be for. I don't know if it's
not for you, it's not for anybody.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Like, if a story about this Renaissance humanist, played, by the way, by Oscar Isaac in a Snorefest dual role. And also, there's also this postmodern frame around it, which just is boring and seems really dated. Anyway, it's bad. Thumbs down. Thumbs down. Uh, Slice, what's your naughtiest bit of culture you've consumed lately?
Well, see, I'm at this point in my life right now where I'm a very, very uncultured person because I don't really watch a lot of movies, TV, or read any books right now. So, unless I know they're going to be good, unless I'm very confident this is going to be worth my time because it comes in the recommendations of friends, whether it's like Widow's Bay or Pluribus, things like that, that I know are going to knock it out of the park because I'm not going to waste my time. I don't have the time to waste on something I know is going to suck, unless it's old stuff that I know sucks, but in a way that's charming to me and I'm going to enjoy watching it. So, as far as new stuff, so I'm really do a lot of doom scrolling because by the time I'm like ready to settle down, the kids are in bed and it's summer. My kids don't go to bed till midnight, so I don't get time like I would normally at night after they go to bed on a school night to watch a movie. So now I'm just like, okay, I'll flip through some reels and everything. And sometimes I'll go down like, these rabbit holes of just these influencers or people who create these reels. And one recently that I went down that it was like a train wreck. I could not stop watching. Um, it was this guy from Tonga, and he was doing mukbang videos. Are you guys familiar with mukbangs? Dwight, I figured you probably, now mukbangs are nothing new, but this guy, it all happened when I was just flipping through some reels and came across this large Polynesian man sitting down, tattoo sleeves out the wazoo. He looks like your Trailer Park Maui is kind of like what he looked like because he was just very much like he had a LA Lakers hat on and everything, like looked like a lot of people I grew up with, but just from Polynesia. And he was really embracing it. He was very charming. He was making these like sound effects at the beginning, which were like da 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 and everything that were very charming. But then he took them to this mukbang place where it's like, as far as ASMR goes, I can't do slurping, licking, things like that. I'm the type of person when my dog or cat starts bathing themselves, I have to leave the room. Or if they do it excessively, I have to stop them. Like, stop this. No, go somewhere else and do that. I mean, he is taking like raw fish and steak and things that I'm just like, oh God. And what a mukbang is, you eat large, just unreasonably large quantities of food that are not healthy for anybody. Like I'm all for, hey, if it's Thanksgiving or whatever, you want to eat it, have yourself a little feast, fine. But if you're doing this on a regular basis and eating all this stuff that sodium out the wazoo, it was kind of like a train wreck. And I just could not. It made my skin crawl, especially whenever all of a sudden he brought his kid into it and was just like, people are saying I need to stop for my health. No, here's what I need. More of this horrible, like, in small, reasonable quantities. This would be fine food.
Did he eat his kid?
Almost. The kid got away. But no, he was just like, he had the kid be part of it too. Like the kid brought him a salad and was like, Dad, I can't remember what his name is, but he's like, Dad, you need to eat this. All the viewers say you need to have some spinach and leafy vegetables. And then he had like, I don't know, some AirPods shoved up his nose to make it look like he was on life support. And he was like, no, here's what I need. And then pulled out like a steak and then just poured pure ass table salt all over the top of it and just started devouring it along with like raw pieces of salmon, which, hey, I like sushi, and I know, put some lemon juice on there and everything, whatever you want to do, some ceviche, whatever. But man, this was just, it was a lot of slurping, a lot of just crazy stuff. And I was like, okay. I mean, you seem like a nice dude, and I really, you got a good energy, but this ain't it. This is gross. This is very gross.
So I have questions that
Yes.
this is really kind of confusing me.
Yes.
And and God knows I love to eat. So
Mhm.
is this basically like a kind of competitive eating? Like, is he saying, "Oh, watch me eat like 10 pounds of meat," or something like that? Like,
Well, no, it's not
is
even
that what's
competitive.
going
It's
on?
just like they get like prepare or gather this just crazy amount of food that would be like 10 plus servings for your average human being, and they stream it, them devouring this and making all these very loud noises as part of this ASMR fixation. It's just the sensory satisfaction to some individuals. For me, I have a strong aversion to a lot of the sounds that come out when people are, making these types of videos. But yeah, don't get me wrong, sometimes the food they're consuming looks delicious. And I get it, like noodles, pasta, pizza, whatever. And I'm not trying to yuck anybody else's yum with other types of food, but it's just the sheer volume and the noises just really, I can't handle it. And just encouraging, I don't know, encouraging youth to do this. Again, like you do what you want to do, but like just it
No,
also,
no, don't do what you want to do.
that's
Yeah.
true. Thank you, Dwight.
Don't do
Well,
Yeah.
it.
And
in
don't
this
broadcast it, at least. Do it behind closed
in what
doors.
this video exists, I want to know who the audience for the so like do people derive sexual gratification from these videos? Is this is like this what is happening here?
Some people say that it's because it's like sitting down, like the companionship, eating a meal with a friend or whatever. That's
I
weird. I
would
mean,
not eat
that's
a meal
different to
with
me.
this friend. There's no way I would eat a meal with this friend.
But I mean, in here I say this, but I mean, on the flip side, Beck does pose something that gave me food for thought there for a minute, where you said, "Is this competitive eating?" Because I have been known, Man versus Food or all these other things. I've been known to watch that. Like, is he really going to finish that 72-ounce steak? But he's not slurping into the mic, and there's a challenge. I don't know. I don't know, man. Now you got me questioning it. But yeah. At least there's a T-shirt on the line and a free dinner if they finish it. This guy had to pay for all that stuff. So,
Yeah. So and this is called muck what?
mukbang, Mukbang. Now there's a bunch of different content creators who do these mukbang videos. This was just someone I stumbled upon recently and just couldn't help but flipping through. And also, this guy makes a lot of videos where he complains about how bad his gout is acting up. And I'm like, brother, I don't know if you. I don't know if maybe you, because like the initial video that I saw him, he had this must have been a 10-pound can of corned beef, and he was just eating it by the spoonful out of this 10-pound can of corned beef. And yeah, I mean, maybe.
Recently, my mom told me that she had some ankle problems, or her foot was in a lot of pain. And I was like, "And you haven't twisted it or anything?" She said, "No." I was like, "Well, it might be gout." And she said, "No, no, no, there's no way it's gout." Anyway, I'm gonna go eat my lunch. I've been eating this. I've lost a lot of weight recently, so I'm gonna get, "What are you having for lunch?" "Oh, I have a bunch of pickles and 2 beef sticks." It's like, "You're right. There's no
Yep,
way it's gout. There's no
no
possible way it's
way.
gout."
Dwight, what's your naughtiest bit of culture lately?
I want to start by my segment will not be about this, but so I am not considered a giant fanboy, or I have blinders on, or am too loyal to the things I like. The new U2 song is absolutely terrible. I mean, it is actively bad. Street of Dreams. It's a really bad song, and I love those boys, but that song sucks. But that's not
Yeah,
what I'm going
yeah.
to talk about.
Our producer Sullivan agrees with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that song's real bad. Um, I've reached a point where I've watched all these I love to just put on a fantasy or science fiction show, to have one in the background. I don't need it to be the best thing in the world. I just need something. As I do other things, I like having it on. And I've watched almost everything. And there's one glaring omission to my fantasy sci-fi resume. So this week, I started The Walking Dead. It is, I was cleaning the house, and I was cooking, and I was doing all this other stuff with it playing in the background. And it was fine. It was fine. There's a couple really racist characters, which is unsettling to begin with. There's some language used I certainly don't want to keep hearing. But I was just doing stuff, and it said, "Oh, the next season is starting." I was like, "Oh shit, that flew by. Maybe I like this show." And I checked, and the first season is 6 episodes. So it's not. No, I felt all 6 of those episodes, every bit of those 6 episodes. It's a lot of dumb people making dumb mistakes during a zombie apocalypse. There's a guy there. Everybody tells me their favorite character is named Daryl Dixon, and I see he spends the first season riding a motorcycle that has the SS logo on the side of it. I'm like, this is our guy. This is our guy that everybody likes. And then apparently there's some great character growth. I'm like, well, this better be amazing character growth for me to get on this guy's side. But man, and I'm just watching it to see how far I get before it annoys me too much to have in the background. And I've seen 7 episodes over the last couple of days. And it's harder to turn on every time I do it. So by the time we record again, I'll probably given up. But I gave it the old college try, Walking Dead. And it's man, the thing that I hate so far is these people trying to keep kids around during the zombie apocalypse. Like, you gotta let those kids go be with God. Like, they're just gonna get you into trouble. They're gonna run off. They're gonna cry. They're gonna do some stupid kid shit, and then half the group is eaten. No time for kids, everybody. We'll let them go. There's already one lost in the woods, and they're spending 2 days looking for the kid. That kid is dead. Stop looking for that dead kid.
It's a half-truth. The kid's probably dead and a zombie.
It's undead. The kid is undead.
Yeah. I liked it, at least. I did not finish Walking Dead, but I did watch several seasons, probably up to 7 or 8 seasons of it. And fun fact, Daryl Dixon, yes, at the time, he was my favorite character on the show, like so many people. My old coworker, Joy, black woman, gave me a Daryl Dixon Funko Pop because that was our favorite character. She was like, "I'm keeping the Rick, you keep the Daryl," and we kept him on our desks. And yep. Notice she wasn't my Jewish coworker, but she was. So,
because the Nazis famously loved black people,
right? Exactly. But no, hey, that show shows us people can change into zombies.
Ooh. She was testing you. Let's see if Slice's racist.
That was it.
This one is
That's right. Does he accept the Daryl? Does he? Now I know you, Slice. Thought you were cool because your nickname was Slice. You're just like the rest of them. Just like the rest of them.
That's it for our show. You can find us on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
We hope you have a great week.
Thanks for listening. We love you.
Thank you for listening. This has been Two Hotties and a Naughty, a podcast about life's little victories and constant disappointments, as hosted by Michael Beck, Hicks, and Dwight Slappe. Editing and production by Michael Sullivan. Our theme is Handel's Entrance of the Queen of Sheba for Two Oboes, Strings, and Continuo Allegro, as performed by the Advent Chamber Orchestra. Crystal Howe speaking.